everybody. You got Mark coming to you tonight on the Garage Guy channel. Today is January 12th, 2018, and I hope everybody had a really nice New Year holiday. As for myself, the New Year has been really good to me so far. What we're looking at right here is a Rock Island Armory 1911 GI model, chambered in .45 ACP. Along with it, I have an 8-round magazine. I have, this is a gun-made holster. It's one of those nylon Wally World jobs. And of course, for my granddaughter, Jay Lee, who's watching, of course, I have SpongeBob and Squidward right here. So, sweetie, you know I'm thinking of you. Anyhow, the Friday before Christmas, my buddy Joe came over and brought several of his firearms with him. And we did a video called Yuletide Shooting 2017, and it's uploaded here on YouTube. The firearm he brought that I was most impressed with was this Rock Island GI model right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show the clip from that video where I first shot this, and you can see my initial reaction at the end of that clip. Let's take a look at it. Rock Island Armory, 1911 GI model, .45 ACP. Oh, I love it. I love that. Even them wooden grips right there. A lot of people complain about them being slick. Held up just fine, man. This is nice. Yeah, that's right. I said I loved it. I mean, I really loved shooting this thing. It really surprised me. I can see now why people, you know, have been choosing this type of firearm for what, the last 100 years or more. Boy, I tell you what, I got hooked on it really quick. And I know right now why a lot of people may spend $1,000 or more on one of these, you know, not just for looks, but for performance alone. And this right here, it really surprised me. This is a budget firearm, but it did not perform like one. Like I said, I loved shooting this. And when you love something, you do your darndest to make it yours. And that's exactly what I did. I now own this Rock Island Armory 1911 GI model right here. This is mine. All mine. Anyhow, Joe and I did some trading, wheeling and dealing. We got together and we come up with a really good and fair, even trade. And neither one of us is complaining one bit. But let's talk a little bit about this gun right here. First of all, we have no magazine in there and safe, no problem. Alright, we're good to go on that deal right there. This right here, it's just got the plain Jane wooden grips right here. A lot of people like to replace these because they say they're too slick. Well, me, I've said it before on my videos, I'm more of an originalist. I like to leave things the way they come, if at all possible. And I didn't find these grips all that slick. They are smooth. They can be a little slick if you do a lot of shooting with this, but hey, I'm going to leave it just like it is. You got the 8-round Arms Corps magazine right here, and from what I've seen, it's just, well, you really don't need a magazine assist loader for this right here. Joe's got it broken in right. 45 ACP right here, 230 grain Winchester white box ammo. Goes in pretty easy right there. And I have had a bone in this hand broke before, but this right here, this magazine, has gave me no problem. The finish on here, it's just a plain Jane blued finish. I would have really more or less liked to have had a parkerized finish on it, but this is fine right here. I got no complaints with it. There's no scars or scratches or indentations on it. Joe had took really good care of this thing. You got a safety right here on one side. It's not ambidextrous. No problems with it. Let's cock it back. Up for safe, down for fire. Trigger pull on here, single action only. It's really crisp. It's nice and even. I'd say 5.5 pounds easy. No grit to it, no resistance. Solid and consistent trigger pull all the way through. The magazine release, I'm just going to put it in right here. Right there we go. No problem. Good ejection right there. The slide action on this thing is just silky smooth. No wobble, no grit. And of course you do have the safety back here on the back of the grip also. Takedown. Well, it's a 1911. What else can I say about it? There's 1,000 videos or more here on YouTube about the takedown of a 1911. I'm not going to do it here. We've all seen it before. Another thing I really like about this one, this is a early 2016 model right here. As you can see, you don't have the Rock Island billboard across the slide. You just got the one little stamp place right here, and it makes it look really nice. Well, my friends, when I mentioned to Joe that I was interested in trading for this firearm right here, all he said was, well, let me know what you have to trade. And I gave it some thought, and I come up with a trade I thought that was fair and equitable and of equal value. Now, what did I trade for this? Well, I had a Taurus G2 PT-111 chambered 9mm with two 12-round magazines and everything that come with it new. I'm one of these people that when I buy a firearm, and even if it does come in a cardboard box or what have you, I keep it. Because if I ever sell it or trade it, you know, you make a better presentation with it if you have everything that come with it original. And you make a quicker sale with it. Sometimes for a little more money. Also, I offered him a brand new Taurus PT-709 Slim, and it's up here on my YouTube channel also with the blued finish. I hadn't put that many rounds through it. It come with a 7-round magazine. I had also bought another factory Taurus magazine for that gun and 2 Paris grip extensions. On top of that, I offered him $50 to boot. The reason I come up with that trade is because it came out to the same monetary price as the Rock Island Armory GI model did, brand new. So, you know, you can't say one was worth more than the other or what have you. On a monetary scale, both sides were equal in value. Joe gave it some thought, and he finally said, okay, let's do this. So we went ahead and made the trade. And neither one of us have looked back since. Other than the accuracy and performance of this firearm right here, another thing I like about it is its classic look. I mean, you know, it was made on the same machinery in the Philippines as the 1911 Colts were during back World War II, Korean War, and so on. And, you know, call me nostalgic or whatever, but I really appreciate a firearm like this. No bells, no whistles, just plain Jane firearm, you know. How do they say it? Everything you need, but nothing you don't. A lot of people say that about the Glock 19, but this right here, you know, is living proof. You don't need a lot of bells and whistles. The only difference I would make on this, I'm going to put a little drop of fluorescent paint on the front sight right here to pick it up easier. That way I can, you know, better follow up shots, better accuracy, what have you. But that's the only thing I'm going to do different to this. These wooden grips, I'm going to leave it like this. And if I get a scratch or two on it, that's not going to be a problem. There was a fella on YouTube here, and he stopped making videos here recently. His name was Chuck, and his channel was called My Hollow Point. And he had one of these, and he said, hey, if you get some scratches on something like this, it just adds character. And I tend to agree with him. This ain't no $1,000, $2,000 firearm. It's a budget firearm, but, you know, hey, a little scratch here and there, I'm going to do my best to prevent it, but if it does, I'm not going to get all tore up about it. And Chuck, if you're watching, I wish you would please bring back your My Hollow Point channel. That was one of my favorites. Anyhow, I just thought I'd show you my first new firearm for 2018. Well, at least new to me anyway. I have no regrets about this. I'm going to do a lot more shooting with it. I've recently bought 400 rounds of the Winchester White Box, 230 grain ball ammo. But the weather here in the southwestern part of Virginia since the new year has been atrocious. We brought in the new year, the temperatures, the highs were barely reaching 20, and you're talking about 0 and below for the lows. And the last couple of days, believe it or not, it's hit 65 here. But I've had to work. Now it's Friday, I'm off for the weekend. Guess what? The high tomorrow is only supposed to be in maybe low 30s. And it's only going to get colder until next week. So I won't be able to do any more shooting with this bad boy until maybe next weekend if I'm lucky. And the way my luck goes, if it is warm, it'll probably be piss-pouring rain. So, I don't know. But I will be doing an update video on this. I plan to put quite a few rounds through this. I'm happy with it. I have no regrets. And as far as Joe's part of the trade, he has no regrets either. So I want to say thank you, Joe. And I want to say to all my YouTube viewers, hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I got some videos here on my channel I know you'll enjoy. Alright? This is Mark, Garage Guy. Y'all have a good night.